Hello students, we are studying the connective tissue. In the connective tissue, last time I told you about the blood and bones. Today we are going to study about the ligament. This connective tissue, ligaments, this connective tissue this connective tissue connect bones together. So one bone is joined with another bone by the ligaments. By the ligament, so ligament connects one bone with another bone. This tissue is very elastic. The tissue is very elastic. This tissue is very elastic. Elastic and contains a very little matrix, a very little matrix and having considerable strength, having considerable strength, having considerable strength. Now next tissue is the tendons. Next is the tendons. Next connective tissue is tendons. This is number 4th. Tendons join muscles with the bones. Muscles are joined with bones by tendons. Tendons is a connective tissue which connects bones with the muscles. Tendons are white fibrous tissue, white fibrous tissue with great strength, with great strength but limited flexibility, but limited flexibility. But limited flexibility. This is about the tendons. As I have told you, tendon connects bones to muscles. Tendon connect bones to muscles. So tendons, joints, bone to muscles, while ligaments connects the bones. Now next is the cartilage. Next connective tissue is cartilage. So tendons are white fibrous tissue with great strength but limited flexibility. Tendons connects bones to muscles. We see for some time we have some sprain in the stream. What happened due to the stretching? Due to the stretching of these tendons, this happens. So muscles that become the separate from the bones in that situation. So that having the now next one is the neck tissue is cartilage. This is number fifth. This is point fifth. Cartilage. It is a specialized connective tissue. It is a specialized connective tissue which is compact and less vascular, which is compact and less vascular. The solid matrix, here the matrix is solid, so the solid matrix is composed of proteins and sugars. So this is the cartilage. You are familiar to the cartilage, where these cartilages are found. Cartilage are found at this is tip of nose. This is pinna, inside the pinna, and in the windpipe. That is why windpipe do not collapse. And as the end of the ribs, at the end of the bones, and in between the vertebrae as intervertebral pad. These are the places where cartilage is found. So location, so where they are cartilages are found, this is location. Location where cartilages are found, that is the ear pinna. This is ear pinna by which we can fold this. We can fold this. One is this, so this is called a pinna. So it is found here. It is found in the ear pinna. Nose tip. This is nose tip where it is found. Trachea. Trachea is also called as windpipe. It is also found here. And intervertebral disc. Inter inter intervertebral disc. Intervertebral disc. Suppose this and the our backbone is made up of the vertebrae. In between two vertebrae, suppose one vertebrae is here and other vertebrae is here, and in between the vertebrae it is found in the form of the pad. So this is called as the intervertebral pad, which is made up of the cartilage. This intervertebral pad prevent the abrasion or the rubbing of the vertebrae. And end of lower bones. Ends of lower bones, ends of ribs, etc. So these are found. We have also studied about this cartilage and also about the bone. So bone is not flexible, but this is nose. Here this size of the tip of nose contain the cartilage. This may fold it, but posterior part of the nose, it is made of bones. The bone is not flexible if we want to bend. So bone will break while cartilage is the flexible. So bones are the brittle while cartilage is the flexible in the nature. So now next one is the tissue that is called as the areolar connective tissue. Next one, the sixth tissue, that is the areolar connective tissue. This is sixth. Areolar connective tissue. Areolar connective tissue. Next, sixth number of tissue is the areolar connective tissue. Here, matrix, matrix of this connective tissue, consists of one of the fibroblast cells, fibroblast cells. If you see the diagram is given in our book, and in page number, I think a diagram is given in page number 76. After writing, you have to draw the diagrams of the different type of the tissues that given. First you see that is the areolar connective tissue diagram, adipose tissue diagram given, structure of bones and the cartilage, Diagrams are given, so you draw this diagram after writing in your the copy. So you see first one, the one cell, it is called as the fibroblast cell. You see this structure of this cell. Fibroblast cell is there. Diagram given in your book, so you can draw diagram from your the book. One is the fibroblast cell. These fibroblast cell forms ground substances. These fibroblast cell forms ground substances and fibers. Fibers, two type fibers are there. One is the collagen fiber and elastin fiber. Collagen and elastin. Collagen and the elastin fibers. So fibroblast cells are there. These cells form the ground substances and fibers. These collagen fibers and the elastin fiber. Two type fibers are there. Collagen fiber and the elastin fibers. These fibers are formed by the fibroblast cell. And now next one is the mast cells. Second one is mast cells. The mast cell secretes substances such as the heparin, heparin, histamine, heparin, histamine, and serotonin, and serotonin. This heparin prevent the clotting of blood. Heparin helps in the clotting of blood, so it is also called as the anticoagulants. It is also called as the anti. So heparin prevent the clotting of the blood inside the blood vessels, and histamine this work as the vasodilator. Vasodilator, and this work as the serotonin vasoconstrictor. We experience that if we get the injury in the injured portion near the injured tissue, reddish color is appeared. This happens, redness is appeared. If redness is appeared, suppose the sting of the bee. If bee sting, that area, surrounded area become the red in color because histamines and this serotonin, this work serotonin vasoconstrictor. So this contract the vessels by which more and more blood comes at the side of the affected area, that neutralize the if more and more blood comes in that side, there is the dilution of the poison, and so by this way effect is the reduced. Now next one is the macrophages. Macrophages, These macrophages protect our body from the pathogen. They engulf, macrophages engulf pathogens like bacteria, etc. They also engulf the dead cell. So macrophages engulf bacteria, dead cells, etc. So these macrophages protect us from the pathogens. As pathogen enters inside the body, so they engulf the pathogens like the bacteria. Now next one is the adipose cells. Adipose cells, they store the fats. Adipose cells stores the fat. So now these are the there are the different functions, different type of these cells, and these cells having the different functions. Now location where they are the found, occurrence. Next on the occurrence of connective tissue. Next occurrence. Where these areolar connective tissues, where the areolar connective tissues are found. So it is found between skin and muscles. It is found between skin and muscles around blood vessels, around blood vessels and nerves. It is also found in the bone marrow. Fills the spaces inside the organs. Fills the spaces inside organs. Inside organs. And next, it helps in repair of tissues. It in helps in repair of tissues after injury. After injury, and it fixes skin to underlying muscles. So these are the places where they are the found, and they are the functions. Mainly it repairs the tissues after the injury and also fix the skin underlying muscles. Now next, last one is the adipose tissue. Last one, seventh, is the adipose tissue. Seventh is adipose tissue. Adipose tissue. This adipose tissue stores fats and found below skin. It stores fats and found below skin and between internal organs, and this tissue, adipose tissue serves as fat reservoir. Tissue serves as fat reservoir. And keeps visceral organs in position. It keeps visceral organs in position. And one important function is it acts as insulator. So it works as the insulator. You are familiar to the whale. In the whale there is a thick layer of the fats. In that animals, that structure is blubbers. These the adipose tissue store the fat and they form a structure called as the blubber. And you have seen the polar bears. Polar bears are the very fat, and during the cold season they undergoes in the hibernation period. In that situation, they utilize the stored fat. They store the they utilize the stored fat. When we are not getting the food for a long time, the stored food is utilized in the form of the it utilized as a source of energy. Its oxidation give rise to energy. Thanks. This is part today. Next time we discuss about next tissue. So after writing, you have to draw the diagrams which are given on page number 76. Different tissues. Thank you. That's part today.